How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to my journey over here in Elm Creek, where today it is a brand new week, as you can see, and we are starting off at 8 a.m. sharp. Well, it's a little bit, yeah, it's a minute after 8 a.m., so yeah, let's face it. We are not really running late for our first day of work, but yeah, we are pretty much working on flexi hours, if you know what I mean. So guys, as we have discussed in the last episode, Grandma wasn't very happy with us using the motorbike or the dirt bike over here. So I managed to get this thing painted. As you can see, I did a not too bad job. It's actually got a whole lot more shine to it now. We also polished up the wheels a bit, and I managed to get new grips. Also, the seat has been replaced. And I think this thing is looking a little bit better than it did when we picked it up. So yeah, we are trying to get this thing sold so that we can make a little bit of money off of it. So I've currently got it listed for $6,000, and I spent about $690 and a whole lot of elbow grease in getting this thing looking as it is now. We even got some handle guards, which this bike didn't have. So yeah, I think it definitely looks a little bit better. But alright, I think it's time for us to start working for today. So as you can see, we've got Grandma's car and her trailer under the porch over here on this little overhang. So yeah, the reason being for that is because we are gonna have to keep our company vehicle out of the weather, and also, yeah, just make sure it's protected from, in case it decides to hail one day and such, because anything that happens to this truck, I'm gonna have to pay for it, damages. So yeah, that is one downside of having a company vehicle. You take full responsibility for it. And as for the sheep over here, yeah, they are still doing pretty well. They've still got a lot of hay over here. I take it they are not going to be finishing this anytime soon because there's only 5 of them. But yeah, we are still busy producing some wool as well. As you can see, it's a slow process, but at least it's getting there eventually, you know. Alright, so yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to run a couple of errands for Mr. Johnson this morning. So first of all, we're going to go over to the Clever Motors dealership and pick up the horse trailer. So yeah, Mr. Johnson actually bought a brand new horse trailer, which we need to go and pick up. And we also need to go and load some grain for the horses. Or, well, in this case, it's oats. So yeah, we're going to be feeding the horses oats, and then we'll get back to his house and we will see if he wants us to go and pick up some horses a bit later on today. I don't know yet. I guess we'll see. But alright, what is going on over here? I see. Is that the rental vehicles from Clever Motors? It looks like it, and they parked them outside here now. I wonder what's going on over there. Well, I don't know. Okay, well, I think we'll maybe find out here soon enough, because we are actually headed to Clever Motors, just roundabout over here. And I do see the horse trailer parked outside the warehouse here, so I think this is probably what we are here to pick up. I think let's just park up over here and quickly go and tell them we are here to collect for Mr. Johnson, and then we should be able to hook up to it and take it back to his house then. Alright, and there we go. That is all sorted, and yeah, we are here to pick up that horse trailer over there. So I did sign the paperwork, so we are ready to hook up to it. But first of all, I also did ask them about the rental cars being parked there on the sidewalk. Apparently they are closing down the car rental business, so they're not going to be renting vehicles anymore because it's not a very profitable side of their business. So all of the vehicles are being sold, and some of them have already been sold, and those are the only 2 that's left. So I guess it is what it is. Alright, so let's see if we can get this thing a little bit closer to hook up to this horse trailer. Alright, gotta just back it up as close as possible over here. Just see. Alright, should be able to get it hooked up now. Alright, there we go. So we are all hooked up. The horse trailer has been, yeah, bought brand new. So this thing is absolutely spotless. There has never been a horse transported in this trailer before, which is pretty good. And I must say this workhorse of ours is actually doing pretty well as well. It's definitely going to be up to the task. There we go, just look at that, towing this horse trailer like it's not even there. Alright, so next up we are going to go past the new farmer's farm, or one of the farmers. I'm not exactly sure whose farm it is, but we are going to go and pick up a full truckload of oats from him, and that is going to be our horse feed that we are going to be putting into the troughs for the horses. And I'm pretty sure if everything is good and ready for the horses, we might be even picking up some horses today. So depending on what Mr. Johnson says, that is pretty much what's happening today. Alright, so here we are, and we're just going to hop out real quick and get the gate open. So we've got this button over here somewhere. There we go. Alright, and now we just gotta see where we are going to put this thing. Alright, so I think, yeah, it's better to drop off the trailer before we go and load the grain, because I don't know if the tipper is gonna work too well. So I think let's quickly see if we can get this thing backed in over there. Alright, probably reverse it to this side. I just gotta take it nice and easy and get this thing in under here perfectly. Alright, chances are we might be using this again today, but I don't know. Just want to make sure we keep it neat and tidy in case Mr. Johnson is, you know, one of those OCD guys. We don't know yet. Only met him the other day, but yeah. Let's get this thing disconnected here. Alright, I think that looks good enough, and we are ready to hit the road again. Alright, let's get this thing fired up again, and we're gonna just pull out and try and keep the gate closed. You may have noticed also the tractor is back. So it looks like Mr. Johnson pushed a couple of buttons there over at Nick's place to get that thing sorted out. So I haven't spoken to Mr. Johnson yet this morning, so I guess we'll see what else there is gonna be, you know, for us to do. But alright, let's head over to this farm where we are going to load the oats for the horses, and then we are going to check up with Mr. Johnson before we continue. Just see if he wants to get some horses in today as well. Alrighty, so here we are. This is in fact the farm in question. So I think we'll probably head over to the farmhouse and see if we can find this gentleman who's going to supply us with the oats. I don't see a car anywhere here, or a truck or something. It might be parked in a barn over there, I don't know. But let's see if we can ring the doorbell and find somebody to help us with this. Alright, so there we are. Now we have got our truck loaded full of oats for our horses. And as you can see, the farmer had some oats in the silo. And yeah, this is going to be the feed we are going to be putting into the horses trough back at Mr. Johnson's house. So I think there's nothing to it but to do it as Grandpa always said. So let's hop back into this thing. Now I'm pretty sure this is going to take me a hot minute to get everything offloaded, because I don't think there's going to be easy access into the horse barn for this truck to tip it there. So I'm probably going to have to get a little bit creative in getting the food transferred over for the hospice. But I guess we'll see once we get there, guys. So let's hit the road and try and figure this out. Alright, so here we are once again. So we've got the oats here, and now we just need to figure out how we're going to do this. Alright, because the feeding troughs are all the way over on that side. I don't know, maybe if I should... Yeah, let's just close up the gate first of all. We don't want some uninvited people to come in here, you know. Alright, so... I'm just kind of wondering now, if I open these gates and we maybe drove in around there, maybe we'll be able to get it offloaded into there. I think that might work out. So let's see if we can do this. Alright, and there we are. So we have got the oats into the feeding troughs for the horses, and our truck is now completely empty, which is great. So yeah, what I need to do now is we need to go and have a word with Mr. Johnson. I believe he is home. So yeah, let's quickly see if we can get our truck out of the horse pen first of all. Right, and just be sure to close up the gates once again. Although we don't have horses here yet, but I think it's just better to, you know, keep the gates closed. Alright, move forward a bit. There we go. Alright, let's just close it up again. Alright, perfect. And I think we'll just park it somewhere over here, because I don't know if we are ready to go and get horses just yet. Just gotta check with Mr. Johnson first of all, what he would like to have done next. Alright, so here we go. I just went to open the gate real quick, so we are going to jump into the tractor, because Mr. Johnson ordered some attachments for it, and we need to go and pick those up from the Clever Motors dealership once again. So we are going to be picking up a rear weight, a front loader for the tractor itself, and also a bale spike. And there's also a straw bale that we need to bring over. So I guess this is going to be a little bit of a fun road trip with a tractor. I don't know how fast this thing goes, but we'll probably get there eventually. Right, let's just park the tractor here for a second. Okay, let's get our gate closed up here again. There we are. Alright, perfect. Okay, let's hit the road and see if we can make it over to the Clever Motors dealership yet again today. Alright, so here we are at Clever Motors once again for today. We're just going to park up right here. And I don't know where the attachments are, but I guess we'll probably find out here in a second. Alright, so there we go. I managed to track down the attachments we are here to collect for the tractor. So they are just around this corner over here, around the back. So yeah, there they are. Alright, first of all, let's get that rear weight connected up. So that is going at the back of the tractor. It's kind of like going to act as a counterweight for the bales, or singular bale that we are picking up today. Alright, so the rear weight has been connected up. It's a 750 kilogram weight, which is relatively decent. Yeah, considering that the tractor's also got quite a bit of weight at the back with the wheel weights. I think it's got wheel weights on. Alright, next up we're gonna see if we can hook up to the front loader itself over here. Alright, let's see. Alright, that is looking pretty good. So we've got a very nicely matching Kubota front loader attacher for the tractor. And the only thing I need to do still is get the little bale spike hooked up here, which is gonna be relatively easy, I think. Alright, let's see. Just gotta line it up absolutely perfectly. Lower it all the way down. And there we are. So that is all hooked up, and I think we are ready to just pick up this bale, because we are going to be taking it with us now. Alright, so we gotta get it lined up properly, I believe. So let's see how this is going to work. Gotta just poke right into it. Alright, let's back it away from the wall. And see, I think that is high enough, most probably. Alright, and we are ready to hit the road back to Mr. Johnson's house with our newly acquired attachments and also this big straw bale. I think it's a 9,000 litre straw bale if I'm not mistaken. But alright, here we go. Alright, we are back at Mr. Johnson's place, and we just gotta get the gate opened first of all, just like that. Alright, let's see if we can manage to get this bale into the yard. I think I'm gonna lift it up so that we don't end up catching the gate pillar over there, which is gonna be a little bit safer. Alright, just like this. Alright, gotta hop out and close the gate again. Alrighty, let's just come and do this. There we go. Alright. Perfect. And now we can see if we can get this straw bale broken up into the pen. Although I think there's quite a bit of straw in there already by the looks of it. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, there we go. So I put the bale down just over here. So as we are going to need some more straw in here, I guess we will probably break it up a little bit more and just make sure it gets spread everywhere. So yeah, what I need to do now is probably park the tractor again, because we can't leave it over here. And I need to try and find a safe way of parking the bale spike. Alright, I think maybe like this. Alright, yeah, that'll do. And we'll just take it closer to the ground. Alright, let's reverse it back into the shed over here. And then we're quickly going to go and have a word with Mr. Johnson and see if he wants to get some horses in yet, or if there is going to be anything else that we need to do first. Alright, let's bring it quite close. There we go. I don't want to let the tractor lift too much with the bale spike, but I think that is nice and safe the way that it is now. At least we can't walk into it and nobody else can get hurt. So yeah, that's just a little bit of thinking about safety, you know. Alright, let's go see Mr. Johnson about these horses and hear if he is ready for horses, because I think we are. We've got feed, we've got the water plumbed in, and there's also straw in it now. So I think we are ready to get some horses in. Alrighty, so there we are. So yeah, Mr. Johnson just got off the phone with Katie again. So apparently the horses are ready for collection. So we are going to have to get into our truck over here and get hooked up to our horse trailer that we just parked perfectly earlier on today. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, luckily not that complicated. Alright, and I'll just get it backed up over here. Alright, a little bit closer. Almost there. Okay, I think that's close enough. Alright, once again, Horse trailer is all connected up and everything looks perfect. So we are ready to hit the road over to the animal dealer. It's luckily not too far, so yeah, we're not going to be traveling a whole lot. But we are going to be taking it nice and easy once we've got the horses loaded. Alrighty, let's just hop out and close the gate. Alright, should be... Yep, there we go. Alright, I'm really getting the hang of operating this gate now. Alright, let's hop in and make our way over to the animal dealer. Alright, just gotta wait for that car to pass. Yeah, that mirror is actually very badly adjusted. Alright, well. Okay, so here we are, off to the animal dealer. It's luckily not too far, as I said. It's just literally around the corner. Alright, and just like that we are here at the animal dealer, and I reckon we are probably gonna have to back up to that little gateway there where we loaded the cows the last time. So I'm not too sure of this, but I guess we'll just more or less get ourselves into position over here, which will be good. Alright, let's turn it off and go and see Katie real quick. I think I did see her standing on the porch over there. And there's her big dually truck again. Man, I miss driving that thing. Alright, so there we are. That was actually much faster than I thought. So yeah, we actually brought the horses all the way to the horse cart, and they seem to have calmed down now. So yeah, we've got Ranger over here, which is the black horse, and the one next to him is Edward. So yeah, I don't know if one is a female. I would take it the Ranger might be a female. I'm not too sure. So yeah, I take it Mr. Johnson is happy with his purchase of 2 horses. So yeah, apparently the black one is just known as a black horse, and the other one is called a dun. So yeah, I don't know. But alright, we are ready to head back to Mr. Johnson's house with the horses. So I'm going to take it extra careful, and just make sure we don't end up scaring the horses at all. And yeah, just also try and make good time at the same time. And we are back, and we're just gonna park up here real quick and get the gate open. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. Alright, let's pull in and see how we're gonna do this. I'll probably have to back up the trailer over to that gate over there. Alright, let's do it like this. Alright, looking pretty good so far. Alright, and we'll reverse it back, and I mustn't forget to close the gate again, but we will do that once we sorted this all out. Alright, let's back it up, Alright, I think that's almost there. Alright guys, let me see if I can get these 2 horses in there real quick. I'll definitely have to close the gate first. We don't want them, you know, escaping. Alright. There we go, gate is closed, and now I'm gonna see if I can get the horses out. I'll probably do them one at a time, because yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to handle both of them at the same time, seeing as I am alone. But alright, we need to get this gate open, and then yeah, see if we can just manage to get them out of here real quick. Alright, and there we are. The 2 horses have been unloaded successfully. Yeah, Ranger was putting up a little bit of a fight, but I managed to get her in. So yeah, that is in fact a female. I don't know why they would call her a female horse Ranger, but okay, yeah. So there we are, guys. Now, we probably need to take them for a little bit of a ride. So I'm going to have to find the saddle here somewhere. I don't know where Mr. Johnson keeps the saddle. Maybe it's inside, so I'll have to go and maybe ask him. It might be in here. Alright, well. Yeah, I might have to walk around. So let me see if I can find the saddle and maybe take them for a little bit of a ride around here. Just to make sure they get a little bit of exercise on their first day. Alright, so there we are. So I've managed to get the saddle up onto Ranger over here. So we're just going to take him for a little bit of a, or her for a little bit of a jog around the pen over here. She just got to take it nice and easy. Come on, girl. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, now I wonder if Mr. Johnson's got a horse brush, because we are obviously going to have to clean the horses as well. I do know we've got a horse brush back at home, but I actually forgot to grab it this morning, which is not a good thing. But yeah, definitely going to have to do this on a daily. Make sure they are nice and fit eventually. So I don't know what Mr. Johnson's idea is with these horses. If he plans to breed with horses or if it's just like a hobby for him. I don't know. But alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a little Ranger here for a couple more rounds. And then we will hop on to Edward as well. And just make sure he gets a little bit of exercise in. And I might have to go and check with Mr. Johnson if he's got a horse brush. So that we can clean these horses up again. Alright, so there we go. We are done riding Ranger for today. And yeah, she's a little bit filthy now. So I'm definitely going to have to see if I can find a brush in order to clean her up a bit. But next up, we're going to try and see if we can also get the saddle up onto Edward over here. And take him for a little bit of a ride. Alright, there we go. So yeah, it looks like Edward is the calmer one between the two of them. Managed to get the saddle onto here without any issues. Didn't even take me a minute. So yeah, we're just going to take him for a little bit of a, yeah, just a run around this little pen of theirs. And then I think our job here would be done, taking care of the horses, except for cleaning them. Alright, and there we go. So that is Edward and Ranger. Both of them have been taken for a little bit of a run around here. And I'm sure they got enough exercise for today. So yeah, the only thing that I need to do is just check with Mr. Johnson real quick if he's got a horse brush. I don't even know if Mr. Johnson is home anymore, because he said he was going to go and run some errands a little bit later today. So I don't know if he did that already, but I guess there's one way to find out. Let's quickly go and hit the doorbell and see if he is still home. I don't really want to disturb him too much, you know, because he's a busy man. And he's also a very, you know, busy businessman. See, as he's running the farmer's market as well. Alright, let's see if he is home at the moment. Alrighty guys, well there we go. So it appears Mr. Johnson isn't home. He may have stepped out, so I'm not too sure exactly when he'll be back. And unfortunately, yeah, we don't have a horse brush here, so I'm thinking I'm gonna quickly head home and just maybe go and pick up the horse brush that we've got back in Grandpa's old shed. And then we will come back and we will clean up the horses. And then, yeah, I think we'll probably be able to call it a day. Alright, so let's get the gate opened here real quick. And, oh, wait a second, that is my phone. Alright, let's see who this is. Alrighty, so there we are, guys. That is a phone call from a potential buyer for a motorcycle. I told him that we are on our way home. Yeah, we just will be there in the next couple of minutes. So I really hope this guy's going to buy this motorcycle off of us. He sounded very keen. And we are also going to go and pick up that horse brush so that we can also clean up Mr. Johnson's horses for him, which will be great. And yeah, then we will be back here and yeah, probably call it a day. I'm not too sure if there's anything else Mr. Johnson would want us to do, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, and we are back home, and I don't see this guy. I don't know where exactly he is. I wonder if that's him. Well, I don't know. Alright, I'll see if I can maybe give him a phone call real quick and just hear where exactly he is. Alright, but I think we'll just park right over here, and I mustn't forget to grab the horse brush. Alrighty, so there we are, guys. As you can see, the motorcycle is no longer here. So yeah, I got on the phone with this guy. Turns out he was just around the corner and he was busy just getting some bread from the bakery. So yeah, he came by and he was very interested in a motorcycle. However, I was asking $6,000 for it, but yeah, I ended up getting $5,500, which is not bad. Considering we only spent like $690 on getting it fixed up. As you can see, I've also got the horse brush now, so we are ready to head back to Mr. Johnson's house so that we can go and clean up the horses. And yeah, I think everything is going to work out pretty well today. And oh, okay, this is, yeah, my phone is burning up today, but okay, let's see who this is. Ah, Mr. Johnson. Alright guys, so we just got off the phone with Mr. Johnson and he told me to get there as soon as possible because yeah, it looks like something happened, guys. I've got no idea what happened. So yeah, we just need to try and get over there quickly, but also as carefully as possible. I've got no idea what's going on. Whoop, I just got in front of that car, but that's okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, take it easy through this bridge. Alright. Okay, here we are. Gotta see, it had the Mustang out. What in the... Yeah, this does not look good, guys. Oh, what the heck happened here? Alright, we weren't gone for that long. Alright, well, let me quickly see if I can find Mr. Johnson. He just got back from shopping, probably. Alright, guys. Looks like I've got a little bit of bad news. So, yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Johnson fired me. So, now, I can't recall if I left the gate open when I went to fetch the horse brush, because... yeah, everything happened so fast. I got the phone call from the guy about the motorcycle, and I got into the truck and I headed home, back to Grandma's house, to meet up with this guy, and then, yeah, things just sort of took a little bit of a wrong turn from there, as it seems. So what happened was I may have left the gate open, and they took Mr. Johnson's tractor over there, under the shed. They also took the horse trailer, and both the horses have also been stolen. So I've got really no idea how this could have happened so fast, because we weren't even away for that long. And it only, I can't, if only I can remember if I closed the gate, because I cannot recall. It was really just such a rush, because usually when the phone rings, I turn the camera off and then I answer the phone, and then I usually tell you guys what happened. But yeah, I think this is going to be, yeah, probably a whole nother issue. But yeah, Mr. Johnson he just told me to leave the property and yeah, not come back anytime soon. He will see how he's going to handle this. I've got no idea. So yeah, guys, I think this is going to be probably end of this episode. It's definitely turned out a little bit differently than what I had hoped. But yeah, I guess we will once again pick up the pieces and just carry on as we always do. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and then I will see you all in the next one. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up and also subscribe. I will appreciate it very much. And then I will see you all in the next one.